friends, welcome in. My name is Katie P and this is my Flosstube channel. Today we're filming Flosstube episode number 24. Today is Friday, December 20th. So the week before Christmas holidays. I'm officially on vacation. I'm off work all next week and I am extremely excited. I plan to get lots and lots of crafting in. So welcome in. I hope everyone's doing well and staying warm and enjoying their crafts and all those good things. So, yeah, today is another Flosstube update. No real life updates, just kind of business as usual. So, why don't we go ahead and get into some of the things I've been working on in the past 2 weeks. So, I hope that sounds good, and I will share with you all of my projects. And I'm really excited, particularly motivated to film today because I have a finish. And I don't know, this is a kind of medium project. I finished my Big Hearted Tiny Town from Heart and Hand. I'm so excited. I finished it last night. Yes, it was yesterday. So I'm going to show you it. It's just the stitching and everything. I got to figure out how I'm going to, finish it up to display and everything. I have a couple ideas. But here is the, drumroll please. Not folded. Oh gosh, it's pretty long. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, you can see it. So this is the little pink tiny town. And I got all the stitching, the kind of back stitching for the post box there, and the, what do you call that? The power line that these little adorable little birds are sitting on. Pink birds, maybe they're cardinals, and these itty bitty heart-shaped buttons. I'll try to include a picture. Maybe if I can get a better close-up picture, but I'm not the best photographer. So yeah, I am absolutely thrilled with this finish. I was a little worried, as I said in my Instagram post, that some of these pinks would blend in a lot with the fabric. And they do, but I actually kind of love it. The effect is just so pretty, and it's so soft, and just the pinkest project there ever was. You could even say that I am tickled pink. Yeah, I'll see myself out. It's kind of cheesy, but I'm absolutely thrilled with this project. So I started this on February 10th. That was a kind of mush mouth. And just kind of, been working on it steadily since then. And finally got this little guy finished. And now it'll probably hang out until I determine what I want to fully finish it as. I'm thinking a little standy type thing that can sit on like an end table with some Valentine's-y fabric on the back. So I'm gonna have to look up some tutorials for that and see how one would accomplish that. So I'm so excited. I love it so much. I wanted, pink is my favorite color, and I'm really pleased with myself. I don't get a lot of finishes, so I'm absolutely stoked with how this turned out. I did do some substitutions here and there, just like this greeny color I wasn't nuts about, and then I kind of forgot that I was going to substitute it out and things like that. But for the most part, it was just the called for DMC on this soft little pink fabric. And now I probably will put another Valentine's Day project on here, if I can fit it. And hopefully we'll be able to display that, maybe after Christmas. I mean, Valentine's will be here before you know it. It's already, I'm going to say, December 20th is really the end of December, so, in my opinion. But, I'm looking forward to maybe learning how to fully finish a little standing kind of thing. The pattern shows it as a drum, but that's not, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. So yeah, that's really exciting to have a finish. a little out of season, but well, that's all right. And then next, I have a new start. I was feeling quite festive for the holiday season, so I pulled out, this isn't a Halloween bag, but I have a Mill Hill Buttons and Bead Winter Holiday Collection gingerbread house beaded kit on the perforated paper and all that. It's so small, and I can turn it into an ornament. I know lots of people do that. It came with a magnet, and I was just feeling the urge to stitch on something Christmassy. And I was about to see what I had for one of my mini frosted pumpkin Christmas projects, but then I remembered I have this. So I started this instead, which is, I think, was a better call. So this is the little gingerbread house so far. It's coming along really well. I'm really liking this project. Very satisfying. I don't have a whole lot of actual X's left to do, and then I will be starting on the beading, which will be the first time I've beaded anything. It's not the first project that I've started that has beading on it, but this will be the first beads that I actually put down. And I do want to call out a Flosstuber that I found while trying to learn how to do the beading. It was a little preemptively, but I figured while I was kitting it up, I looked into how one might do that, and I found a tutorial video by a Flosstuber named Mega Stitches, and she had a really good tutorial, clear, showed everything that you really need to know, very concise and to the point, and I really liked it. So I am now subscribed to Mega Stitches, and I really like her content. So just wanted to give a little shout out for that really helpful video. I feel much more prepared now for my beading. So that was great, and I'm probably going to work on this little guy tonight in front of the television while my boyfriend and I watch The Penguin. That show is really good. So yeah, that's a little new start. I'm kind of net zero with projects here, but this guy will be done. Well, it's not a very big project, so it probably won't take a whole lot much. A whole lot more. No. It won't take a whole lot longer. I think my brain just kind of glitched just slightly. And then recently, okay, so we're going to move on into existing whips. A finish and a new start, and then things that I've already had on the go. So last Friday was Friday the 13th. So I went ahead and pulled out Tonight Rewrite. And I've been having pretty good momentum with my projects. It feels like I don't feel stuck or caught up on anything. Like sometimes I just get in my own head a little bit, but I've had pretty good momentum on all my projects and had a great old time. So I worked on Friday the 13th on Tonight Rewrite, and this lady here, this witch. Why did I take it out of the hoop? So I filled in a good bit of this. Pretty much everything. Filled in more of the broomtail and up above. And then here, these are her arms, which will connect to everything else. But got a good bit done on her Friday night a week ago. And just wanted to share with you the progress on her. So getting a little bit less attention these days, but I am using my tiny decisions to make sure that I don't skip over things sometimes. It really just is what the mood calls for. So yeah, that was my Tonight Rewrite, and my fabric here is the Pumpkin Patch from Be Stitch Me, a 16 count Ada. It's really not very stiff at all. It's super good. I really like Be Stitch Me. So, a little update on some spooky stitching. You know, maybe I'll make it a goal. See if I can finish this witch. Just get all of her body done before Maybe I'll work on her tonight. I don't know. But that is that. And then next, I have been putting in quite a lot of work on, well, what feels like a lot of work, but Arctic Animals. So this is the Arctic Animals yearly stitch along from the Frosted Pumpkin, and I have finished, well, it's not really finished. I got a little bit more done on my puffin, and this little house that's kind of above everyone, like it sort of makes a roof over the whole pattern. Kind of like a little Arctic house. I don't know if you'd call it an igloo, but they're sort of snowy houses and houses built into the hillside or something like that. But got quite a lot of this done, and it goes all over everything. It's a lot of white stitches. So I really felt like I had more stitches on that, but just kind of moving along. I'm still, I'm thinking when I'm done with everything, I'm going to go in and put some little Kreinik Christmas ornaments, or I wonder if I could do like French knots to make it look like he's got ornaments hanging off of him. I really do want to try that. It may not turn out, but I think I'm going to attempt it. So a little bit more work on Arctic Animals. You know, it's crazy holding this up. I really thought I had gotten way more stitches in on this, but it doesn't look like as much as it felt like. So that's that little guy, and yeah, I just love it so much. This fabric, in case you're new here, is Nocturne from Picture This Plus. It's a 28 count casual. And it's been going pretty good. Yeah, I really like working on this project, and I have been working on my other Frosted Pumpkin project a lot too. So it's been a couple days since I pulled out Arctic Animals, so it's almost time for it to come back out again. I kind of divide my projects up into like, I work on one set one week and one the other, but sometimes I just go off the script entirely and just wing it. So next, last night I worked on Maple Lane, and I finished the tree, this little tree here, and there's so many more after that. Well, it feels like a lot more. There's about one more tree and some floating leaves. The leaves are falling. So that was quite a lot. This is the very top of the pattern, and I'm kind of working my way across. So that is really everything since the last time I showed this project. It's coming along really well, and it's just a joy to work on. This is a really wide, like the holes are quite big on this linen. So I think this is a great project for a first timer working on linen and working over two. Well, not the project, but the fabric is good for a newbie. And I'm just in love with everything about it. It's a very comforting stitch for me. So there's a little wart there. So this is my project on Maple Lane. Yeah, you know, during the work week, it's been kind of it comes in waves. Sometimes it's busy and sometimes it's not. So I just get in what I can, and I was really determined to finish this tree because I've been neglecting it because it's like not a fun thing to stitch on. Like I'd rather be stitching on the girl or the phone booth that's gonna go here, and then I can scooch it over again. So this one, when I'm just feeling a little anxious and not having a great day, or the weather is really gloomy, something about this just calls to me. It's definitely cozy. If that's something you're into, I highly recommend giving this a try. I just love it. It's coming along really well. I'm pretty sure that is all of the cross stitch I've worked on since my last episode. yeah, this may be maybe a pretty quick episode. But I do want to talk about knitting a little bit, because I have a little bit of updates. Some is a little more obvious than others, but I'm going to show you that I finished the bottom ribbing on my love note from Tin Can Knits. And then, let's see, it's the high-low. I have lots of lifelines that can probably get pulled out at this point. So I think, yeah, this is the front because the back is a little bit longer. So we have finished the bottom ribbing. And then I always do this. I wove in my ends and then cut the tail before I blocked it. So I'm a little, I hope that stays. I hope that doesn't come undone. That would really suck. But I'd have to buy blocking mats before I even get to that problem. But it's already looking so cute. Like, I could totally bind this off as a short sleeve and be thrilled with how it turned out. And I'm not nuts about knitting on sleeves, which you can probably tell from my absolute lack of progress on my $5 in Paris, which I've honestly completely forgotten about. But we don't talk about. Yeah, it's just, you know, it is what it is. It'll probably one day, maybe, get done. So, this yarn is from Treehouse Knits, and it is, so, the Money Beats colorway. Ooh. Hello. Come on. There we go. The Money Beats and Truffle Cashmere, and then I think I did Spruce Sock. This is not autofocus. I'm on my second skein of the Truffle. It's really soft. This feels incredibly soft to the touch, so I'm really happy about it. Layer, and then this is all I have left from my first ball of the sock yarn, which I don't remember what it's called. I think it's the Spruce Sock, but that sounds right. So yeah, Money Beats, Love Note. Does anyone else think about the cartoon Doug when you hear the word beets, or talk about the vegetable beets? Because that's honestly what I think of. I know this is an Office reference, but I'm really getting Doug kind of flashbacks. So if you watched Doug in the 90s, yeah, let me know in a comment down below if you kind of get that little, makes you remember that. So yeah, this little guy is coming along quite nicely. So I don't enjoy picking up stitches very much. It's definitely one of my least favorite parts about knitting sweaters. Not that I've done it a whole lot, but still. So I've been kind of putting it off, but it will be time to pull this out again pretty soon, I think. Maybe this will be my travel project. We are going on a cruise in the middle of January, so this has potential. It may come to the Caribbean with me. We'll see. So I'm I am pretty excited about that. It'll be very nice to be in some warm and sunny weather, and away from responsibility. And then a quite neglected project. It's just been kind of starting to think about this again recently, is my grandpa cardigan from Hohi Locatelli. Grandpa cardigan. So I'm gonna hold this up, and it's not gonna look like anything because I did like literally one row, but what I did do did help me feel better about my abilities and how this pattern kind of works and is set up. So I did do one row of the back panel, and do want to get some work on this weekend. I may have said that I'm not working. I'm on vacation all of next week, the week of Christmas. So, as of right now, I'm on vacation. So, I do want to, when I'm not hanging out with family and my nephews and niece, get a little bit more done on this, because a lot of the work I did on this was trying to understand how this pattern is set up. And I'm glad that I did actually take the time to examine the pattern, because I realized some things that I didn't notice before. I've started taking quite a bit of notes about some of my projects, at least the ones like this that are pretty complex relatively. So, and for experienced sitters, you're probably well aware, but something that I didn't realize because I have no concept of spatial, like, anything, or it even occurred to me, but the charts, when you're on the wrong side, are flipped. So when I'm on the right side row, it's left back, center back, right back. On the wrong side, right, center, left. Like, no wonder I was having so much trouble, and I'm glad I had a lot of notes from when I did a private lesson in one of the local-ish craft stores. Definitely set me up for success, and I'm trying to get over my fear of not being able to do this kind of thing. So stay tuned for more work on that. I really do truly plan on moving along with this sweater. I have not pulled out my Bridget hat, which is kind of doing the same thing this did, and it's starting to call to me because it has been a little while since I've worked on it. And it is coming along really well. It's starting to look quite good. So I'm feeling really good about that. So that will get worked on soon. Probably not while I'm watching a movie. Any minute now when my boyfriend gets home. So yeah, did sort of somewhat organically transition into plans. I don't have any hauler acquisitions at this time. So I do have some plans other than just working through my whips. These 20 Stitches on Instagram and YouTube finally announced their Stitch for Pride for 2025. And I snagged that up so fast. And I also went ahead and pre-ordered some fabric from Mislaid Pages, the custom dyed for this project, for the stitch along. And Jessie showed it in one of her Holly vlogs, one of their Holly vlogs. I do not remember which episode exactly. I'll have to go back and look because I know I commented on the video. But I need to catch up on those as well. Anyway, all that to say, they showed what the fabric's going to look like, and I'm really excited. It's quite dark and moody, and I'm super stoked to get another piece of Jessie fabric because it is chef's kiss. Jessie fabric is really, really good. And I did get an Ada, and I am glad I did because it's dark, and I like Ada. I don't know. I'm the casual that I'm working on has kind of turned me off from linen for a while. I need to try even weave. I need to give Lugana a try. I know I have some. Oh, I feel really bad. I have some from the first Barb box that is waiting patiently for me to work on some of those patterns. So that I need to do that. I'll have to think about working those in because that's kind of silly. That's a little shameful that I haven't started any of those. And I like Michelle Benny's term for her filming, crafting, working craft office. So my stuff does need to be organized. So I think once I do that, I'll not forget about some of my goodies. So yeah, it was a little slight tangent, but yeah, D has the Stitch for Pride 2025 open. I believe they might already be sold out, but I know that since the Canada Post strike has ended, that floss packs were available to ship or available to purchase, since it wasn't such a hurdle to ship them. So I know those are still out. I think I'll look and put in a note whether or not they're sold out or not. I do know Jessie said that after December 13th, if you order the fabric after December 13th, then it's probably going to be much later to be shipped. So I'm super glad that I got it like ASAP. But you should still order some. It just may be a little late. But yeah, Stitch for Pride is going to be like historical figures in the trans community. So I'm really excited and glad that I was able to get my life together and not miss the deadline for this one. So I did kind of work that into my budget as far as things I had planned to purchase and work around my self-imposed no-buy because I wasn't going to miss it again this year. And I'm really excited. I can't wait to see what they have for us. So that is all of my plans and projects. I mentioned my boyfriend and I are watching The Penguin. It's on HBO. Highly recommend if you haven't watched it. We are hooked. We're very close to finishing. I want to say we have one episode left, but I don't remember. Things are heating up. The Penguin is kind of reaching full like psychotic break almost is what I feel like. It is juicy and it's entertaining and I find it really enthralling. The actors are really good. I'm really enjoying watching this show and you almost forget that it's a comic book based show because it's just like good drama and character development and intrigue and all that good stuff. So highly recommend. Really, really like that. And now I'm gonna be sad when it's over. I really hope they come back for more. But that's really what I'm watching as far as scripted shows. I mentioned watching Jessie's Holly vlogs. I've kind of been popping in and out, so I need to fill in some gaps on their episodes. I did start watching Mega Stitches. I like that. I like their videos a lot. I think that's it for YouTube and like scripted shows. I did finish oh my god, A Discovery of Witches. I finally finished the last season of that and I liked it. It was really good. I felt kind of underwhelming a little bit, but I have not read the last book, so I'm still looking forward to doing that, but it felt a little anticlimactic in my opinion. Maybe I just wasn't as engaged with it, but glad to have that finished. It was good. And then books. I'm still working on Court of Mist and Fury. The second. A Court of Whatevers from Sarah J. Maas. I'm about halfway through with that book, and I am quite enjoying it. I think I got really intrigued and sucked in when they went to the prison. To see the bone carver. That really just kind of piqued my interest and made me want to know more about what's going on and who these people are and what's their deal. So I thought that was pretty interesting, an interesting part of the book, and I'm just working through that. I'm right at halfway. This is quite a long book, so I will be pretty impressed if I can finish it before we even leave for this cruise, because I don't want to pack a chunky book. So that is a goal, to finish that, and I'm making pretty decent progress in my bedtime reading with that. So I enjoy it. Let me know if you guys have read these books, what you think about them, or the TV shows The Penguin, if you've watched or read A Discovery of Witches. I don't know why I have such a hard time remembering what that series is called, but those are all the things I've been doing and consuming and watching and occupying my time with. I really appreciate any of you who have stopped in to watch this Flosstube update. I hope to be back in another 2 weeks. That should be right before we go out of town, out of the country. So I'm going to do my best, but it might be a little bit of a tight timeline. So I hope to see you then. If you have not already, I would really appreciate it if you would like, comment, and subscribe. And check out my Instagram where I posted some things about my recent finish. And I will see you in the next episode.